Hi everyone, and welcome to Lunch with the Cardinals, the daily update of William Jewell College athletics, sponsored here on the web by Hillcrest Thrift Store of Liberty. Well, this weekend will be very busy for the Cardinals with soccer, volleyball, and football all going on. Football is on the road this weekend, soccer is home, and volleyball is at home for matches this week. Football is on the road this week. They'll take on Missouri S&T. It'll be at Rolla, Missouri at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. We'll have live audio for you on the internet. It's a free listen online. Plus, it'll be on the 91.9 FM station here locally, so you can hear the Cardinals Saturday starting at 12:30 with our pregame and the play-by-play at 1 o'clock on the William Jewell College Sports Network. Head coach Jared Cruzy has a look at the Miners and the Cardinals matchup.
You know, I haven't got a chance to watch them a whole lot, but what I do know about them from what I have seen, obviously they've come a long way, in the last couple of years. We used to play them a lot when I was at Emporia State, and They were in the MIAA for a long time. And, had their up and down years there, and so they were down for a little while, and, their new coach and their new coaching staff is very good. He came from the University of Ohio. He was with Coach Solich there for a long time, and has done a great job in just a couple years changing kind of the look of that team from an athleticism standpoint and some of the things they do offensively and defensively. They're a pretty good football team. Offensively, they're going to spread you out. It's similar to us. They're going to spread you out and shift and motion you and try and take advantage of you on, you getting misaligned on some things. And with some of the athletes they got on the edge, they can do some things to you. Quarterback appears to be very capable. And it looks like they kind of have sunk or swim with kind of how he's gone throughout the game. And defensively too, anytime you recruit good athletes, you're going to get better defensively. And special teams, they're solid there as well. So they'll be another challenge for us, and we'll go down there and play them down there on grass, which this will be our first grass game of the season. We'll actually have 2 in a row. We play there, and then the next week we go on the road again and play on the grass. And so that'll be a little bit of a change. So we'll spend a little bit more time on the grass next week, and maybe a little bit towards the end of this week, just making sure we understand that, at the end of the day, it's still football.
Let's talk a little bit of soccer. The soccer team will be hosting St. Joseph's College at 5 o'clock for the women, 7:30 for the men, and then they'll turn around on Sunday and play the University of Indianapolis, noon for the women, and a 2:30 start for the men, and all 4 of those matches can be seen live on the William Jewell College Sports Network with our new video feed. We talked to Jefferson Robley about the upcoming matches.
Sarah Franklin's our leading goal scorer. She's played well. She scored 1 goal this past weekend, but she was still a threat. Taylor Depperman's been one of our better players all year. Just been playing really well. Sally Stout has been a bit being one of the defenders that doesn't get a whole lot of credit, but Sally has played almost every second this year and has played really well for us. Kind of a silent player when you look at statistically, but always there.
What do you know about St. Joseph's College on the women's side?
Well, they've struggled this year. They've had some close games with some good teams, so we're not going to take them for granted at all. We know that they're going to come in and everyone is, at the end of their season, regular season, and everyone wants to play well towards the end. And there's that little extra excitement, little extra adrenaline for some of these players. It's going to be some of their last college games, and you can see that extra energy that's going to be out there. Well, Troy's gotten a lot of his strength back in his knee, and David also, same thing. They're both getting stronger as the season's going on, so neither one of them would say that they're probably 100%, but they're probably 95%, which seems like 1,000% compared to where they were over a month ago.
Let's talk about St. Joseph's College. On paper, it looks like they've run a lot of people out there, tried a lot of different lineups, but what else do we know about them?
Well, they're a good team. Again, they've had some good results against teams that we've had a harder time with, they've matched up better with, and teams that we've played very well with, they've struggled against. So it'll be, we'll see what it's like in the first 15 minutes. Should tell a lot as far as style-wise, if one team's getting the better of the other, and wouldn't be surprised if one team makes some big change 15 minutes in. It's like to see what we've got. So, but they're going to be a very good team. It'll be a challenge for our guys. It'll be a game that we need to win, and we'll be focused to get the result.
Don't forget you can see those soccer matches live here on the internet. We'll have live video both Friday night and Sunday afternoon. Thursday was the Cardinals Sports Lunch, and down at the Landing in Liberty, several coaches spoke. Here are some highlights from the Sports Lunch.
We are heading to the Great Lakes Valley Conference Championship meet this Saturday. We've got great opportunity because our men's and women's cross-country teams will be the first teams at Jewel to compete for a Great Lakes Valley Conference Championship.
Well, we are winding down our fall tennis season, and we had the privilege of sending a women's doubles team to national competition. Much like Tom was saying, we were lucky in the sense that we had an opportunity to qualify for nationals this year, being our first year in the NCAA. But we had a number one doubles team of Paula Peters, who's from England, and Katie Layembauer, who is from North Kansas City High School. They qualified in doubles to the national tournament. A little bit of a humbling experience because we drew BYU Hawaii in the first round, who ended up winning the tournament.
As far as our season's going right now, we're coming off a stretch where we played five top 25, either top 25 opponents. The one opponent who is not has played for the last 3 NAIA national championships. Our record hasn't fared very well in the last 5. The promising thing is that we've competed very well at times against some very good competition, and we're playing a lot of young players. We traveled 18 true freshmen on our last road trip, and those guys are starting to see some significant playing time. So those things are going well. Unfortunately, when you play that many freshmen, you're going to have a lot of freshman mistakes, which we have our share of as well.
We had our first meet a couple weeks ago at the University of Missouri. It's a meet called the Show Me Showdown, where the University of Missouri invites every collegiate swimming program within the state. So it's a unique meet. It's a lot of fun. It's a good way to kickstart the season. And the amount of improvement that we saw from week 1 to week 2 was it was almost exponential. We competed against the University of St. Louis University and the University of Arkansas Little Rock on the women's side only, and then St. Louis University on the men's side. And we were very fortunate to walk away from that competition with 3 individual wins against 2 Division I opponents. Freshman Maggie Metz from Topeka, Kansas, walked away with 1,000 freestyle. She won that race by almost 10 seconds, and then she also took down the field in the 400 IM, which is a grueling event in swimming. It's kind of like the decathlon in swimming. You have to do all 4 strokes and the largest distance of them. She won that race by a good 6 seconds as well. And then freshman Sam Blacksher from Kansas City, Missouri, won the 50 freestyle against St. Louis University.
The league we're going into has the defending national champions. Bellarmine of Louisville, Kentucky, won the national title last year. 4 teams from our league defeated Division I schools on the road. Bellarmine opens at Duke this year in an exhibition game. So that tells you the respect that a lot of people have for the Great Lakes Valley Conference and NCAA Division II. We have 4 seniors on this year's squad. I won't go through the entire roster for you, but really looking forward to a fine year by all 4 of them, led by Nick Larson. Nick was a second-team All-American NAIA Division I each of the last 2 years. The other seniors, we have 2 other returning senior starters. Chris Ooze is our starting point guard out of the Miami, Florida area. Excellent 3-point shooter, probably more of a combo guard than strictly a point guard. The other senior starter is Mark Mason. Mark is out of Decatur, Alabama. Probably the fastest and quickest basketball player I've ever coached. The 4th senior is Mohamedou Sissoko. He's from Paris, France. Played at a community college at North Platte in Nebraska, and is in his 3rd year in our program, has improved immensely, and he's our backup at the center position.
And that's it for Lunch with the Cardinals for Friday, October 21st, 2011, sponsored by Hillcrest Thrift Store in Liberty. We'll be back on Monday, and we'll review all the weekend activities, plus give you more updates on Cardinal sports here on Lunch with the Cardinals.